The neon lights pulsed in time with the heavy bass, casting vibrant colors across the warehouse. It was the first rave for Mia, Jake, and Sam, and they were ready to dance the night away. The energy in the room was electric, and the friends felt invincible as they moved to the music. As the night wore on, the crowd grew wilder, and the friends found themselves lost in the sea of bodies. The DJ announced a special surprise, and the lights dimmed, leaving only the glow of neon paint and glow sticks. The music shifted to a darker, more intense beat, and the crowd cheered. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed through the warehouse, and the music stopped abruptly. Confused murmurs spread through the crowd as people looked around, trying to figure out what had happened. Mia, Jake, and Sam exchanged worried glances, their excitement turning to unease. The emergency lights flickered on, casting an eerie red glow over the room. The friends noticed a group of people near the entrance, their movements jerky and unnatural. As the crowd parted, the friends saw the source of the disturbance. A horde of zombies had broken into the warehouse. Panic erupted as the undead began to attack, their growls and snarls filling the air. Mia grabbed Jake and Sam's hands, pulling them towards the back of the warehouse. "We need to find a way out," she shouted over the chaos. They pushed through the panicked crowd, dodging zombies and trying to stay together. The friends stumbled upon a narrow hallway leading to a back exit, but it was blocked by a heavy metal door. Jake frantically searched for a way to open it, while Mia and Sam kept watch. The zombies were closing in, their numbers growing as more people were bitten and turned. Just as it seemed all hope was lost, Jake found a crowbar and pried the door open. The friends squeezed through the gap and into the cold night air. They ran through the dark alleyways, the sounds of the rave and the undead fading behind them. Their hearts pounded in their chests as they searched for a safe place to hide. Finally, they found an abandoned building and barricaded themselves inside. Breathless and terrified, the friends huddled together, trying to process what had just happened. The world outside had changed in an instant, and they knew they would have to rely on each other to survive. The rave that was supposed to be the best night of their lives had turned into a nightmare they would never forget.
The construction site was eerily quiet. The sun had long dipped below the horizon, leaving the skeletal structure bathed in the cold glow of streetlights. Leon, a young worker with aspirations bigger than the towering crane, stayed late that night to finish patching up some lingering tasks. But as he tucked his wrench into his belt pouch, his phone buzzed. He instinctively unlocked it, the Pokémon Go app glowing in the dim light. "Shiny Mewtwo," he whispered in awe. The legendary Pokémon shimmered on his screen, a mirage of opportunity right there on the radar. The rarity of it sent adrenaline coursing through his veins. It wasn't just a game anymore. It was a quest. He scanned the site, eyes darting between towering beams and the cement slabs scattered like puzzle pieces. The GPS pointed toward a beam at the edge of the site, the catchable spot. Driven by excitement, Leon climbed onto the beam, phone outstretched like a beacon. One throw, the ball missed. Another throw. The ball grazed the glowing target. And then, as he focused every ounce of his being on the next flick of his finger, the beam beneath him trembled. His footing slipped. The world tilted. Leon fell hard, pain exploding in his leg like shards of glass. He tried to move, but his body refused to obey. Sweat poured as he realized the extent of his injury. Fractured bones, perhaps worse. Panic mingled with agony as he lay alone on the unforgiving concrete. His phone, the instrument of his plight, had slid just out of reach. Dragging himself across the rough surface, his hands scraped against gravel and grit, leaving marks of desperation. Every inch forward sent jolts of pain through his battered body. Tears blurred his vision, but the thought of remaining there, alone, vulnerable, compelled him onward. After what felt like an eternity, Leon reached his phone. He shakily dialed, his voice strained as he conveyed his location to emergency services. Relief was bittersweet. His dream of catching the shiny Mewtwo had turned into a fight for survival. As the flashing lights of the ambulance painted the site red and blue, Leon lay back, clutching his phone tightly. He vowed to himself that someday, in better circumstances, he would track down that elusive Pokémon again. But tonight, survival was the only victory he needed.